it's rare that I feel like wounded by something that I see online. But the last time I felt very wounded was after I went to your guys' show and you guys posted some pictures with me and all your fans fucking hate me.
No.
I'm sure you noticed. I mean, it was so overwhelming.
I definitely noticed.
You must have noticed.
I said, Tom, have you posted your pictures yet? I take the ones that Kimmel out.
That would probably be wise.
There's this like, group amongst fans that are always the loudest.
Yeah, I know. It's only like 95, 90, 98%.
Yeah. But they always, the people.
Well, there's an idea, I think, that like somehow I betrayed this group of men that in comedy. Like somehow I was the man. But I was always exactly like this. Exactly. Always.
Yeah. But you realize
the
that
content of the show was different. But
that hate that goes your way is because you like stood up for like healthcare. Like they're just mad that you actually used your platform for something good that offends them. For
I don't
whatever.
know if it's that. I think it's. I think it is.
You've busted Trump's balls.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But I think they. Usually people like busting balls in general, whatever it is. But I think what it is there's this idea that I somehow made an adjustment in order to be part of Hollywood or something.
Yeah.
Which is just really not true. And also that I have some level of like political correctness. And well, obviously there are things I care about and whatever, but when it comes to comedy, I don't care what anybody does. I mean, I've never criticized another comic for what they never.
So but you think that hatred for you is Illuminati based, like that you have.
They think I'm in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's even that deep. I think there's a pretty small percentage of people that actually believe there is an Illuminati, and if there is, I would love to be a part of it. I really would.
Oh, but there is, and they are black. They believe that, like, have you seen? Did you see? I don't know if you've seen that. I did a clip where I had it went completely viral. I had Duncan Trussell on. And we were talking about all this, like, behind the scenes Hollywood stuff. And I just very genuinely said, to get my first special, I didn't have to do anything sexual, but I had to let a man perform oral sex on me. And, and then he took me to a red room and Duncan's like, red room, it's always a red room. And I talk about how, and then I got a commercial agent, I got a special, and, it was just like this slightly sexual experience, but I didn't feel violated by it. And then he talks about how he had a dog ejaculate in his mouth, and then that's how he got his show. And dude, Black Instagram ran wild with it. They reposted it 100,000 times. They were just like, this is how dark Hollywood is. So if they thought that I did that and they see your career, they know you're doing that.
Well, in a way, it's kind of a compliment. Like the idea that somebody would give me a show or anything really because they wanted to suck my dick so badly is inherently preposterous.
You know what's crazy? Every celebrity I've ever met, I thought wanted to suck my dick. Elliot Gould, Jay Moore.
Yeah.
Every fucking Will Smith.
Yeah.
Well, every time I was like, all right, there's something gay going on here. Why do you want to go out to dinner? Okay.
Especially Elliot Gould.
I was shocked he didn't kiss me. At the end of the night, we went to seafood down in Venice, and he was like, well, it was a great dinner. And I was like, oh, here we go. And he just left. And I was like, what the fuck? I was blown away by two things. He didn't kiss me, and I drove a more expensive car than he did. And I was like, God damn it. Like, what's wrong with my...
But with Will, you definitely thought something gay.
I thought Will wanted to fuck me.
Yeah. Well, he probably did. I mean, who doesn't?
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
You were younger.
Yeah, I was good looking. That was like my prize fighting days.
Yeah.
There is a thing where people they almost want to isolate. You've changed. Like you've changed.
Yeah.
I remember there was a great comic. It was Tosh, I think. They were like, people think I've changed. Yeah, I have changed, and I'm better. And he's like, and I never liked who I was before, and now I'm getting better, and I like this guy. But like,
that's a great angle for him too.
It's totally him. Yeah. But they want to they want. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
I don't know. You can't. Here's the thing, though. You can't go forward in any way in life going like, I hope that everybody is cool with every step and choice that I make right now. You know,
Yeah,
like
right, yeah.
you're not going to please them.
No.
The people that are really upset that you've changed, like, okay, let them be upset.
but you can find them and kill them.
You can. Yeah.
I mean, if
I
you're
wish
with the Illuminati people
wish
that
you
we're
could
with,
Yeah,
kill
that's
people.
true.
the three of us.
I would love to kill people. Like if you could just be like, if we could get Hollywood to be back old school Hollywood, where you call this guy and this fucking Italian guy comes in, his name's Dickie, and he's like, so who do you need dead? And you're like, well, here it is. Oh, it'd be great.
Show them a list of names.
What era in Hollywood would you have liked to live in the most? Because you got this period at the highest
This
level.
this is kind of the worst one, right?
Yeah.
I would argue probably
60s,
Yeah.
right? 60s.
Yeah, 70s, 60s, 70s
Yeah.
for sure.
silent films.
That's not.
Silent films, yeah.
I would have been so good.
Get
Just,
going-
I'm good at eyes.
in like a barrel going over a waterfall or something.
And I'm just dumb enough to take the role. The house is going to fall over me. Okay, yeah, sure. What are the odds?
Yeah, I think I don't know, the 60s and 70s, that seems like the time where people, it really comes down to is that all the like journalists looked the other way at that time.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
what it was.
They were
right?
cool. They were cool.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, do whatever.
As
Even
long-
baseball players, like athletes and whatever, like in those days, like if something got out, like with Garvey, like when Garvey, like he got two women pregnant at the same time, and he was, now it's just like only two.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like a Johnny Carson joke every night. People were driving around with bumper stickers that said, Steve Garvey is my father, and like, it was like such a big thing. And now it's just complete madness.
Isn't it crazy too what it took then for something to go national, like for it to be something that everyone knew? It really had to get legs.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, everything you can get lost. Like, I don't know whatever joke people are making or the bit about this. It passes you over. A couple of days go by. If you were on vacation, you're like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah,
And
like right now, the governor of South Dakota, Kristi Noem, in her autobiography, tells a story about shooting her 14-month-old puppy in a gravel pit. And I guess it was supposed to show like what a frontier woman she is.
Can make tough decisions.
Every night, I've been talking about this for like 5 nights in a row. Every night, I feel like half the audience thinks I'm making the story up.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, you guys really don't know this fucking story yet?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get that most people are not following this stuff, but this one's risen above, into the ether,
Think of, so we know what virality looks like now, right? How the fuck did Richard Gere happen?
What do you mean?
Richard Gere, it was known.
Oh, the gerbil thing?
You don't even, and no internet. We're talking grade schools, middle schools, high schools, colleges. And can I tell you what made me, one night I got really high and I did some research. So when that story was going around, he had a kid.
Most young people probably don't even know. So tell what that rumor was.
It was rumored that Richard Gere had to go to the hospital because he had a gerbil stuck in his ass.
This is something that everybody said.
Everyone.
And Rod Stewart had to have his stomach pumped because it was full of horse cum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that
Those
one?
are
Yes.
real. I remember where I was when I heard that. I was on North Boulevard driving by our old fucking house, and they're like, that happened. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And I remember like a pound of horse cum.
Yeah.
Is that what one horse puts out? But here's the crazy thing. Richard Gere had a kid, right? Who clearly was in a kindergarten where you sure they had a gerbil, and we all been there.
Yeah.
And, every weekend another family's got to take care of the gerbil.
Running around.
And that they were like, let's not go to the Gere house. And he had to sit and say to his son one day, everyone thinks I put gerbils up my asshole.
Yeah.
But it was that fucking kills me.
I've heard he does not have a sense of humor about that. I don't know that to be true, but I've heard that it's not something he should bring
didn't
up.
seem like the best sense of humor.
No,
on him.
maybe not.
No.
Yeah.
That would
seem
sting.
fun.
That would sting. He did nothing.
Yeah, and it
He did
just hits
nothing.
you like that. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because
I'm
you
obsessed
probably
with it.
go, I'll just not comment. That'll
I'll
be
ignore
my
it.
comment. Yeah, and it'll go away. And it just,
And it
was just
never
like,
does.
No. Not when
Tom Cruise is gay. And that's across. Everyone thinks it.
that was a thing for a
That
while.
was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And when you don't address it, everyone's like, well,
Yeah.
It's fucking, and those were before the internet. That's insane to me. How did that get?
Playground virality. That's what that was.
Yeah.
That was playground stuff.
Bert and Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.